Today's lesson is over el presente perfecto, or present perfect tense in Spanish. You can take these notes on page 12 in your yellow workbooks. So, el presente perfecto. So, a present perfect verb tense is a compound verb tense. So that means it has two parts. Okay? The first part is the form of the verb haber. It's used to express have. Okay? The second part is called a past participle. All right? So, when the present perfect tense is used, it's used to tell what has happened. Okay? So, for example, I have eaten the hamburger, so I've eaten. We have been to the museum. We've been can also be substituted for that. And then have you heard the news is another example of the present perfect tense in English. So let's take a look at the las formas de haber, all right? So how to conjugate haber, all right? So remember, haber is a helping verb. You can never use haber to say that you have homework or you have to walk the dog, etc. This is just with your past participle, okay? So the yo form of haber is a, then has, ha, hemos, habéis, han. Okay? Remember, guys, that we do not say the H's in Spanish. So don't say the H's in Spanish. Okay? This is not he, has, ha. It's has, ha. So you're actually going to conjugate haber to tell who has done the verb. Although it translates to have, it's only used as a helping verb. I've already said that. Just again, we're going to use that with ado or ido only, okay? And we're going to talk about that in our next slide. So, los participios del pasado. After conjugating haber, you're going to form a past participle. To do this, you're going to add ado to the stem of an AR verb and add ido to the stem of an ER or IR verb, okay? So, let's take a look at what that looks like with some examples. So, I have the verb hablar. Hablar is an AR verb. I'm going to take the AR off to get the stem, so that's habla. Since it's an AR verb, I'm going to add ado. It becomes hablado. Okay? Comer is an ER verb. Whenever I take the ER off, I'm left with com. All right, so that's my stem. Since it's an ER verb, I'm going to add ido, and then that participle becomes comido. Vivir looks very similar to comer. Vivir is an IR verb. I'm going to take the IR off. And then I'm left with vive, which is the stem. Okay? Whenever I have the stem, I'm going to add ido. So vivir, and the past participle for vivir is vivido. All right. Some ER and IR verbs, but not all, need accent marks on the I in their ido. Okay? So, here are some verbs that do that. Caer becomes caído. So we're following the same rules as our other ER, IR verbs. However, we're just going to have an accent mark over the I. Okay? For creer, creer becomes creído. Leer, leído. Oír, oído. Reír, reído, and traer, traído. Okay? Another way to remember this is that if there's a double vowel and it's an ER, IR verb, just know that you're going to have to add an accent mark over the I. So if it's a double vowel verb that has ER, IR, you're going to have an accent over the I. Okay? All right, there are many irregular participles in both English and in Spanish. I'm going to show you some of the most common ones, okay? So, abrir means to open. The past participle for abrir is abierto, okay, or opened. Cubrir means to cover. The past participle for cubrir is cubierto, okay, or covered. Decir means to say or to tell. Decir's past participle is dicho. That's something that you already know, okay? It means said or told. Escribir, the past participle for escribir, which means to write, is escrito, or written. Hacer means to do or to make. The past participle for hacer is hecho. Hecho means done or made. Morir means to die, and the past participle for morir is muerto, dead. Poner means to put or to place. The past participle for poner is puesto, okay, which is put. Romper means to break or to tear, and the past participle for romper is roto. Ver means to see. The past participle for ver is visto, or saw. And then finally, volver is our last irregular verb on this list. Volver means to return, and the past participle for volver is vuelto, or returned.